He's confusing me with one of his sons again. Wow, do you think he's flirting with me? What is this?
That single line says everything you need to know about where Jimmy Kimmel and Donald Trump stand today. Trump cannot stop mentioning his name, Kimmel cannot stop making it a punchline, and sitting right in the middle of all of it, a $250 million fraud trial with the Trump family's own sons taking the witness stand. This is that story. Part 1. The insult that lit the fuse. Trump showed up to a rally in Indiana, Pennsylvania, and instead of addressing policy, the economy, or anything his voters actually came to hear, he stopped to critique Jimmy Kimmel's performance hosting the Oscars.
Has there ever been a worse host than Jimmy Kimmel at the Oscars? His opening was that of a less than average person trying too hard to be something which he is not and never can be. Get rid of Kimmel and perhaps replace him with another washed up but cheap ABC talent, George Slopanopoulos.
6 months after the Oscars, at a political rally, in front of thousands of voters, Kimmel caught it the same night. He walked out, sat down at his desk, and looked straight into the camera.
Okay, now, see if you can guess which former president just posted that on Truth. Anyone? No? Well, thank you, President Trump. Thank you for watching. I'm surprised you're still... Isn't it past your jail time?
No fury, no lecture. Just a man who understood the joke had already written itself. Part 2. The son on the stand. While Trump was busy replaying Oscars clips at his rallies, his son Don Jr. was seated inside a New York courtroom, testifying in a $250 million fraud case against the family business. His entire defense came down to one argument.
I'm not supposed to rely on a big five accounting firm, like one of the biggest accounting firms in the world. I can pay them millions of dollars. I rely on them to do accounting, but I'm supposed to know more than them. By this logic, insurance companies are going to start suing patients for listening to their doctors.
Blame the accountants. That was the defense. Kimmel caught wind of it and did exactly what he always does. You read it straight back to the audience, without a single word of his own added.
Posted that his dad is the father of hotel gyms. He said, maybe someone put a gym in a building somewhere, but no one did it at the scale of my father. He's saying that his father, the father of the hotel gym, is a guy who's never stepped inside one.
Laughed, Kimmel moved right along. No lingering, no outrage, just the next piece of evidence. Part 3, the rumor machine. Don Jr. watched that monologue. He fired back with an angry post, framing it as an attack from Hollywood elites. Then, 3 hours later, something started circulating online. A story claiming Don Jr. had actually called the police on Jimmy Kimmel. He hadn't. There was no station, no case number, no crime of any kind. Just a clickbait thumbnail, a fake siren sound, and the word breaking stamped on something that broke absolutely nothing. Kimmel acknowledged it the following night, then went straight back to covering the trial. Part 4, the pattern. Here's what Kimmel worked out a long time ago. Trump and his family require victimhood. It is their product. Every joke, every court appearance, every late night mention gets reframed as an attack and fed back to supporters as evidence that the whole system is against them. And Kimmel's approach every single night stays exactly the same. He tells you what happened, reads you the exact words, and lets the audience draw their own conclusions.
Memoriam montage. He even worked my wife in there. Should I be worried that Trump has mentioned my wife more times at his rallies this year than his own? I also want to point out the Oscars were more than 6 months ago. He's still stewing over this joke. He keeps bringing it up, which I don't mind at all. In fact, I love it. I just wish he would quote it correctly. I didn't say, ha, 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 he thinks he bothers me.
No outrage, no televised argument, no desperation for a response, just the receipts, laid out one by one in the right order. Part 5, Trump fires back again. He couldn't drop it. He brought up the Oscars once more, got the quote wrong again, dragged Kimmel's wife into it again, and declared him one of the most intellectually limited people alive.
I know your cognitive abilities are declining faster than the price of Truth Social stock, so if it helps, I'm happy to send you one of the many products commemorating what I said to you that night at the Academy Awards, so you never forget it again, like this t-shirt or this coffee mug or this coffee mug or this coffee mug. There are a lot of coffee mugs.
He took Trump's own strategy, flipped it on its head, turned the whole feud into merchandise, sold it, and called it a present. The audience lost it, because Kimmel had just used Trump's exact playbook right back on him. Part 6, why this actually works. Here's the thing about this feud that everyone inside the outrage industry keeps failing to understand. Every time Don Jr. fires off an angry rebuttal, He confirms to millions of viewers that the joke hit its mark. Every time Trump resurrects the Oscars at a new rally, he gifts Kimmel another ready-made clip. Every time the internet fabricates a story about sirens and fake crimes, the audience moves closer to the one person sitting calmly with the receipts. The family got loud because volume is the only thing they have left to offer. In a media landscape that rewards whoever shouts the hardest, Kimmel keeps his delivery calm, his receipts in order, and lets the family bring him the material week after week without ever needing to ask. People don't share these clips out of anger, they share them out of relief. Finally, someone is narrating the chaos they've been watching, clearly, calmly, and without losing their mind. Subscribe if you believe clarity is more powerful than noise. Hit the notification bell if you think receipts will always outlast rallies.